Dear friends, we have Suvam again with us today. As you have seen in the last video series of Suvam, that how he cleared a Deloitte exam and interview. Today we would be talking on how he cleared the Wipro written exam as well as interview. Welcome back, Suvam. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay, so Shivam, let's start. I mean, the format would be again same. We would like to know what happened when Wipro came. How did you got informed? When you got informed? Yep, over to you.
Okay. Actually, this is the second MNC in our campus, college campus. It was like same. We had to go in another place, another college campus, and all the colleges, kind of 10 or 15 colleges, go there, and college students go there, we and there was a written exam first as aptitude exam, and the exam was. We was informed 1 week or 2 week ago from the written exam. So we have little time in hand than Deloitte, because Deloitte was very fast. That phase was very fast, and that was the first, the first company. And in written exam, that was 20 20 20 divided, 20 for arithmetic, 20 for logical reasoning, and 20 for English.
Okay,
Uh, and the time was, I think the time was 60 minutes, 20 minutes partition.
okay,
And the question standard was easy to mediocre, not too hard. That question of Wipro was more than the English was easy, the logical was tricky, not hard but tricky, and the math was mediocre.
okay. And how many questions were there?
20 of each.
So there were in total 60 questions.
Yes, yes.
Okay,
And then there was a and then there was a portal. If you cross, if you if you are passed in the written exam, the written aptitude exam, then they at the same time, the computer shows that you are selected for the next round. Please wait. And the one who was selected for the next round, wait there, and after 5 minutes they gave a written exam, the paragraph writing. So that was instructed that make the paragraph very composite, without any grammatical mistake, and very composed,
okay,
uh, and minimal the backspace. Using backspace, don't use backspace more than 2 times. That make your answer negative, make your number negative.
mm-hmm.
And spelling mistake, don't go any spelling mistake, and don't go no grammatical mistake, no spelling mistake, and make the minimal backspace. That's it.
So, before this written passage exam, I would just like to stress a minute or two on your multiple choice questions round. So, was there any
Okay.
negative marking in that?
No, no, no.
No negative marking. And as we were speaking, I believe in Deloitte that the moment you solve questions, the difficulty level was increasing, if I recall it
Hmm.
correctly. So,
Yes, yes, yes.
was there anything like this was happening when you were giving
No, no, no.
Wipro?
No, no, no. There was a there is a full sheet, full paper, and in case of Deloitte, if you write one question, then that go to another question. Means at a time that shows only one question. In case of Wipro, they shows all 20 question together. So there is nothing like that.
Okay. And you were able to finish the exam before time, before the allocated time?
Typically in case of Deloitte, I pass for 3 or 4 questions for not insufficient time, and in case of Wipro, I also pass 4 or 5 questions for lack of time.
Okay, okay. So you felt that that you required some more time for that. Okay.
Yes, yes, yes,
So
yes.
what do you think that what you could have done better so that you could have answered or you could have solved all the questions within the given time?
The most of the cases, the questions were like that. That yes, I can do this question, but it takes little bit time. in the initial point you can realize that this question gonna take much time, this question gonna take less time. But
Okay.
in that time, that was my second company. So after that I can answer all the questions in sufficient time. But in that case, what happened, I go for all correct. So that takes a lot of time for big questions. And all right, at first I just want to say that the practice is the key. If you practice well, then the speed automatically increases.
Okay.
Practice was the key. And if you don't have enough time to practice, then just in my case, my what I did wrong was I gave too much time to lengthy questions. There are some
Okay.
questions, they're really lengthy. And
Okay.
you can you can initially understand that which question is really lengthy and which question takes too little time.
Okay.
So just go through the little questions first, and if you have the time, then go back to the lengthy questions. Because in this case, in case of most of the company, they gave all the question in a in a sheet, and you can go back to the previous question. In Deloitte, you didn't have that chance, but in Wipro or other companies, the questions in a same page.
And
So the
and
first key, say
and the weightage of all the questions also remains the same.
yes, yes, yes.
Okay. Yes. Go ahead, Shiv.
Yes, and so in GIS, the first point is just make a better practice. Just go through a good practice and know all the shortcuts, and try
Okay.
to know all the shortcuts. And number two, if you are unable to go through the final answer, just try to decrease the options. I mean, if there is four options and you cannot resolve, I'm not talking about math questions, I'm just talking about logical reasoning questions
Okay.
or the English questions.
Mm-hmm.
Suppose there is a antonym of a question, or
Mm-hmm.
there is a, if a line, and you are asked to just say what is the meaning of this line. So
Okay.
just go don't give too much time to on that. Don't give too much time on what is right, what is wrong. Just just eliminate the options, and you will stand the two answers are able to just consider what is the answer could be.
Okay,
So
so
that is,
what you are suggesting is limit your choices. So between
yes,
the give whatever are given over there.
yes, yes,
Okay,
yes, yes,
that's a great way to reach to the answer in case you are uncertain. Also,
yes.
what tips you will give to increase the speed? Practice
Number
is
one
one
is
thing.
practice.
What you
Practice.
will suggest in case of books? What you will suggest?
Uh, I personally follow, the India Bits and other websites. The websites are really awesome, and they give all the shortcuts. And if you practice well, then that would be enough.
Okay. Okay.
At least for
So moving on to your passage writing, right?
yes, yes.
So passage writing, what topic you gave, what topic you got, and what topic you get, and how you went about it, and how much time was given to you.
All right. The passage we were there must be 150 words, minimum 150 words, and the time was 10 minutes. 10 minutes, 15 minutes.
Okay.
And the topic was my topic was global warming. And in personally, I am very weak in spelling. I
Mm-hmm.
got a lot of spelling mistakes, so I thought it was kind of impossible for me to cross this limit, uh, you know, cross this round.
Mm-hmm.
But I take another way because I am not very confident on my spelling. So I just use very simple words and very straight cut words,
Mm-hmm.
like like very simple and straight cut and easy words, because the passage was checked by a software, and
Okay.
they will not understand that what the quality of your writing. So no one was there to examine the quality of your writing. everyone
Okay.
was Everyone The software was built in such a way that check whether your writing is grammatical mistake proof or not, or
Hmm.
was there any spelling mistake or not. So
Okay.
the easy way to crack this crack this side of exam is just go through a very simple and very short lines.
Okay.
That would be very easy.
Okay. And you planned this uh, very well before you were knowing the pattern,
No, no,
or you
actually,
planned it on instantly over there?
actually, I didn't have any idea that this kind of round was there. I didn't have any idea.
Okay.
So when I got that this kind of round has happened, so I was kind of hopeless that I couldn't cross this round. But
Okay.
all of a sudden, I think something like that, that there must be there the the result was published immediately. So there was no one to check that the how
Hmm.
good is your writing, how good is your something like that. So that
Okay.
was the only way for me to cross this round.
Okay. Okay. So what happened next? What happened after that?
After that, the like if there was 700 or 600 students giving the written exam, not 600, I mean 500 or 600 students are giving written exam, then apti 250 crossed apti, 250 or 200 crossed apti, and 50 to 60 crossed this written test. 50 to 60, 50 to cross this written test.
So this passage written test result came instantly as soon as
Yes,
you
yes, yes,
submitted.
yes, 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 yes.
Okay. And what was the message like?
That congratulations, you are selected for this round, and you will go to next round.
Okay. And then what happened?
And then they told us to go and wait in a room, and we waited for the 30 minutes or 40 minutes. Then the HRs come and take us one by one.
Okay, so you mean same day you had your technical and HR round as well.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, so how was the technical round?
The technical round, there was not too much technical questions like like other companies, because the technical round was very easy because there was nothing too much technical
Okay, so what were the questions like when you
questions.
let's say you went in the room, you sat in front of the person, so how it started?
At first, there was the very the very formal question that tell me something about yourself,
Mm-hmm.
or and then they ask what is your favorite. They go through my CV,
Mm-hmm.
saw my subjects, and ask me which subjects you got in your semesters, and then told us that or who is your role model, which subject you prefer most, and very easy questions like very easy C++ questions.
Okay, and those questions came because you have written in your CV that about C++.
Yeah, obviously I written about C++, but in without that, every company was, if you was BCA or BTech computer science graduate, then it, you must know C as C++ at least. This is
Okay.
a basic subject, basic
So,
programming
so
language.
they asked very basic questions about C, C++.
Yes, yes, yes.
So what were the questions like? Can you
Uh,
recall?
the questions, I cannot recall properly, but the questions were very basic, like what is polymorphism, what is exception handling, and they told us another thing, that what you know about cloud computing. What is cloud for you.
Okay. And how long this technical interview went on?
uh, that technical interview was short, like 10 minutes or 12 minutes.
That's it?
Actually, yes, yes, actually they told me that they were not looking for a right now they were not looking for a hardcore coder or hardcore programmer.
Mm-hmm.
They were looking for a little bit technically sound and academically well,
Okay.
because they are not this kind of things, and so they they went very low, very easy on technical round.
Okay. Fair enough. Did they asked you about your project?
Yeah, they asked me about my project.
Okay. So after 10 to 12 minutes, let's say this round got over, then what happened?
Then if you are selected, then this she said that go and wait for the HR round, and I waited for 5 to 10 minutes, and the HR called my name, and I got it.
Okay.
I went there.
Okay. What happened in that?
The HR round was 12 to 15 minutes. That was, the HR round was like a bit chatting. That
Okay. So
and
what were the discussions like, or what were the questions
okay.
like?
Fortunately, the HR was from same from our, the HR know our college well, and they told what is the condition of that college, what is the condition of the board, what
Mm-hmm.
is the and how which do you have any of other offer, why you choose Wipro and over that company. I got the offer of Deloitte, so why you choose Wipro over Deloitte, and what is and that did I say what is the offer of Wipro providing?
No, no, we are yet to come on that. So we will go in sequence wise. Okay.
Okay, okay.
So yeah.
There was a Wipro was giving us MTech degree. So well, in with the with the job we are learning as well. So she's asked that would be tough because you have to work 5 days and you have to study rest of 2 days because of your MTech. So would it be okay for you? Would you mind if we send you to Bangalore or out of Kolkata and this kind of questions?
Okay, so that is a waste program which Wipro runs. Okay, and they have
Yes, yes, yes.
association with the Bits Plani,
Beach
Bits
Villani.
Plani, and that course goes on for around 4 years, what I believe.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, and there is a fixed salary which you get in that time frame.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
and then post 4 years, your salary depending on your appraisal changes. Okay,
Yes, yes.
so that's the whole MTech thing about,
Yeah, yeah.
and that's a pretty good course to do.
Yeah, yeah.
But anyhow,
Obviously.
it's a bit hard, if you are doing your jobs,
Yes,
because
yes.
you have your assessment and exam everything. And I mean, there are open book exams which happens over there, so failure rate is very low. Okay, so moving on. So what happened? I mean, you accepted the offer. So what happened after that?
After that moment, and at that moment, I was really, passionate about this whole thing that Beats Villani and the MTech degree, all of that. I actually that was my fault that I didn't research too much about Beats Villani,
Uh-huh.
and I was too much excited over for that offer,
Mm-hmm.
and I went and I told her honestly that yes, I the reason I came here because of this MTech degree, because I had actually it's true that I have a for a voice for higher studies.
Mm-hmm.
I want to go for a higher studies. So if I go job and higher study in parallel way, then
Mm-hmm.
that would be very good option for me.
Right. Okay.
So that was my opinion at that moment.
Okay. So how long the HR round went?
The HR round, 12 to 15 minutes.
12 to 15 minutes. Okay. And on what note it ended? Did she told you over there itself that you are selected?
No, no, no. She told me that go and sit to the hall, and
Hmm.
we will provide the answer shortly.
Okay. So what happened then?
Um, I was the last. I was in the last batch you know, of the recruitment process. So I went there, and after 15 to 20 minutes, they came with the list and told that you are selected. Were selected.
And okay. So on the same day they told you?
Yes, yes, on the same day after 15 to 20 minutes.
Okay. Then officially, when you received any email or offer letter from Wipro?
Yes, yes. After 1 week to or 1.5 week, they sent us letter of interest. In the same portal where the hall ticket generated, they sent us the letter of intent and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That portal where you have to submit your the documents and your
It's called Synergy.
synergy,
Yes.
all these things.
Yes. Okay.
And
Okay.
yes.
So, so this came just 1 week after you got selected.
One week after.
Okay. So have you submitted the documents? You are planning to join Wipro?
As actually the problem was I didn't have passport at that moment, so I at least needed you know 15 days for general passport, at a minimum 15 days. So there was a problem arise, but let's see what happened.
Okay. Thank you, Subham, for providing our viewers the information about Wipro, how the exam happens, what sort of difficulty level is there. Uh, Much appreciated, Subham. We will connect with you again for your other two exams in which you appeared, Infosys and CTS. Okay. Thank you, Subham.